Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing a perfectly purple look using the new Norvina palette. So if y'all want to see that, then keep on watching. Alright, so we are going to get started with today's tutorial with a primer. This is the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. And I have tried it once before, and this is such an amazing primer. I got this as a sample at Sephora, and I have just fallen in love with it and will be buying a whole tube of it. It is very soft and smooth, and it just feels really, really good on the skin. For foundation, I am taking the NARS Semi Matte All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation in the shade Light 3 Gobi. And this is also a newer foundation in which I have been absolutely loving it. It feels good on the skin. It looks amazing. It really sets and blends well. And I am taking the Lancome concealer in the shade 90 Ivory. This is also a new product that I have been absolutely loving. It reminds me a lot of the Wet n Wild one, except maybe a little bit more creamy, this one is. And I know Tarte Shape Tape is amazing, but I find that it can be a little bit thick at times and just a little bit too heavy. So I was looking for something a little bit lighter, and I find this one really, really good. Once again, just taking our damp beauty sponge and blending it out. And to set that all in place, I'm taking the Lancome Long Time No Shine powder. This is also something I have recently bought, and I just find it absolutely amazing. I'm taking my Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Retractable Brow Pencil in the shade Dark Brown. Now that the brows are done, I'm just simply taking a fluffy brush and wiping away the excess powder. And for bronzer, I am taking my NYX Matte Bronzer in the shade Medium. Just taking a small fluffy brush here and just contouring the nose. And for blush, I'm taking the Too Faced Love Blush in the shade Love Hangover. And for highlighter, I am taking my Physicians Formula in the shade Pearl. I wanted like a pearly kind of white highlighter because once again we are going for a purple look, and I just really think that it would complement it. Alrighty, so off camera, I just applied the Ulta Eye Primer in Champagne, of course. And as you can tell from the title of this video, I'm going to be using the brand new Norvina palette. So to set it, we are just going to use the shade Base. And I'm going to start warming it up with the shade Incense. Oh, that is much more pigmented than I had expected. That's good. I'd rather have an eyeshadow that's over-pigmented than under-pigmented because it's easy to just go in lightly instead of applying, and just the color payoff is never there. I'm going in with the shade Passion, just lightly taking that. Somewhat like applying it a little bit heavier on the outer corner. And I am going to be doing a cut crease and going back with my Lancome concealer and a flat brush. Now that we have created a nice clean cut, I'm just taking a very small brush here and going in with the shade Drama and putting that and just tapping that on the outer corner. Then going in with the shade Rose Gold, going in where some of that dark purple was, and just kind of blending that. Going in with the shade Celestial. And just kind of overlapping with the rose gold as well. So I think that is a very nice gradient. And I'm just going to be taking the shade Soul and running that on the lower lash line. And I'm going to do the other eye of camera and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so off camera, I just did my wings with the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. In the waterline, I simply put the Wet n Wild color icon in the shade Purple, in which I absolutely love these. And as you can see how big they are, they will last a long time. Continuing with the purple theme, I am using the new Wet n Wild Lash Renegade Mascara in the shade Avenging Amethyst. And I have never used a color mascara before, and I am very curious to see it. I also curled my lashes off camera, so let's get to it. Okay, not gonna lie, this looks actually really, really cool. And fun fact, if you did not know, purple is my favorite color. Okay, that is absolutely amazing. I am really, really loving that. That really gives that extra pop of purple. Speaking of purple, it is time to move on with the lips. And yes, we have a purple lipstick too. So we need to take and line our lips first. I am taking the Wet n Wild Gel Lip Liner in the shade Don't Be a Prune. And for what I've tried, the Wet n Wild lip liners are the best I have tried so far. And now that the lips are lined, I am taking my Lip Intensity MAC lipstick in this lovely purple shade here. And as you can see again, very purple, which is always a ton of fun for me. Going in back with the Norvina palette, taking the shade Base and putting that under the eyebrows just to help highlight them. And then going in with a very fine brush, just taking the shade Dreamer and putting that in the inner tear duct. Just giving that a pop of highlight. And just taking my Too Faced Peach Blurring Powder and I'm taking my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray and just letting that set, and we are good. And that is it, guys. I hope you like this perfectly purple tutorial with the new Norvina palette. And if you did, don't forget to give it a big ol' like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to check out the social media shout out down below. My social media links are there as well. Love you guys. Bye.